Having a completion percentage indicator is a great way to show users how far along they are in your course. It's also a way to make your courses more accessible. This can be a great addition to a progress bar if you use one to visually display progress in your course. And the big plus is that the percentage value can be read by screen readers, which means that blind or visually impaired users will also be able to track their progress. So let's actually implement this thing. The first thing I'm going to do here is open up the master slide and insert a text box. Then I went to the Insert tab and put in a reference to the built-in variable project.progress. This is a built-in storyline variable that displays the progress we make in our project by showing us a completion percentage. Now, this variable is displayed as a percentage, so that means that you don't have to add a percentage sign after it. The percentage sign is included in the variable, so it's not just a number. So this variable allows me to see what my progress is when viewing my course. And that's fine if I view my slides in order, but if I choose to view the first slide, then the third, then the second, you'll see that the percentage is updating depending on how many slides of the total slides I viewed. So for the first one, we have 10% completion, and for the third slide, I'm on 20% completion. Then when I click on the second slide, I have 30% completion. Now, this might be what you want, but there are situations where you want your completion percentages to be tied to the slide number, to the order your slide has in the project. It may confuse learners to actually see that jumping to a previous slide in the slide order increases the progress they are making. It's also worth mentioning that the scene progress and menu progress variables also function like this. But I want my completion percentage to work like this. So how do I do that? Well, this is the formula I need to calculate the completion percentage. I need the total number of slides in the project and the slide number of the current slide I'm on. Then multiply by 100, and that's the completion percentage. So now I'm gonna go to my master slide and create two storyline number variables. The first is to store our slide number, make it equal to project.slideNumber. And the second to store the total number of slides in the project. I need to create these two variables because Storyline doesn't allow me to tamper with the built-in variables using JavaScript. So I'm storing information in these container variables, then I'm using JavaScript to manipulate the containers, not the actual Storyline variables themselves. I'm also gonna create a third storyline number variable, which I will call SL_completion percentage. I'm going to use this one to display the percentage on the page. To do that, I need to add a reference here in the text box. Let's move on to our code. I created an execute JavaScript trigger on my master slide here, and inside it, I placed the following code. So here's what it does. First, I get the two storyline variables I previously created for the current slide and total slides. Then I declare a new variable called completion percentage, and I'm gonna apply the formula we use to calculate percentages, meaning current slide divided by total slides times 100. Then once that's done, my storyline variable for completion percentage becomes equal to the JavaScript variable's value. And this is exactly what I was looking for. Check this out, the completion percentages all work as I wanted. I have a nice round number here. That's because I have 10 slides, but if I were to have 11 slides, the number would look like this. This gives me a number with 2 decimal points. Now at this point, it depends how you want this to look like. Do you want to display 2 decimal points? If so, that's fine. Do you want to display only one decimal point? If so, you can use this code snippet. What I'm basically doing here is declaring a new variable to host the formatted percentage, and the toFixed method ensures that only one decimal of the completion percentage is visible. And we're gonna set our storyline variable here to our formatted percentage. Boom, now only one decimal point shows. Do you want to set 3 or more decimals? You can't show more than 2 decimals in a storyline variable, apparently. At least it didn't work while I was testing it. I think that's just how number variables in storyline work. Using toFixed and 3 in the parentheses should have given us, for the first slide, a displayed number of 9.091, but instead it only displays 2 decimals. Now, if you don't want decimals to appear at all, you have the option of rounding the number or flooring the number, which will look something like this. Keep in mind that math.round rounds to the nearest integer. This can give a more accurate representation of progress, especially for a small number of slides. And mathFloor always runs down to the nearest whole number, so it rounds down. So if you have 5.71, rounding will result in 6 and flooring will result in 5. Now, as I said, the course completion percentage is great for accessibility. All you have to do is make sure the accessibility text is turned on and your focused order set up, and screen readers will read the number value. All in all, displaying completion percentages like this is a great way to give users a sense of progression and accomplishment, and this transparent approach can maybe help manage expectations better and reduce anxiety about the unknown length of the course. So yeah, that's it for this one. Thank you for watching.